Since biblical times, man has witnessed and recorded strange manifestations in the sky and speculated on the possibilities of visitors from another world.
Hello, and welcome back to the Ask Johnny channel. You know, Christmas can be a time for joy. It can also be a time when your bloody family gives you the shits.
The next 30 minutes could happen to anybody. To you or your neighbor. Maybe it has.
G'day Johnny, here we are, back in the studios for another edition of Ask Johnny. G'day Johnny, yeah, welcome back. Let's get on with it. Right, we'll get straight onto it, Johnny. This is from Ethel, and Ethel's in Birmingham. Hello to everybody in Birmingham. Keep watching us up there, for God's sake. But Johnny, Ethel says, Johnny, Christmas time can be a time for joy, but often it can awaken dormant family dramas and long-forgotten feuds. What can you suggest to help families through this tricky period, Johnny? That's from Ethel in Birmingham. Keep watching us up there, Ethel, thank you. Johnny, what about this bloody family drama at Christmas bullshit? Yeah, Christmas traditions, yeah. Oh, well, we're sort of brainwashed into thinking that Christmas is going to be this bloody joyful thing that you see in the movies and on TV and all that. And for a lot of people, it's a bloody pain in the arse. I think we've been led astray by the media, Johnny. Yeah, we all expect Christmas to be bloody fantastic. Yeah, a lot of families don't get on, believe it or not, Johnny. Our Uncle Fred's coming down and we'd never liked him because he treated your mum like bloody shit. Or Grandpa's just a grumpy old prick. He never partakes in anything bloody Christmassy. Or Auntie Flo. I haven't spoken to her since I lent her that $20 and she never paid me back. yeah, you're right. But now that you mention it, Johnny, there is a place high up in the mountains of Peru. In Peru? Yeah, up in the mountains of Peru, there's a group of people up there that every Christmas, they gather around and drink a bit of beer probably and have a few laughs and everything, then punch the living shit out of one another. Fighting at Christmas time in Peru?
Yeah, I'd say. The violence is the point. Down in some parts of the Peruvian Andes Mountains, Christmas Day hits a little different. And I mean that literally because for residents of the Chumbivilcas province, December 25th hits different because it involves the whole community gathering around to watch locals beat the shit out of each other in one-on-one fistfights in a tradition known as Takana Kui.
But the girls get into it too, Johnny. It seems everyone wants to have a bloody blue in the Peruvian mountains. Oh, yeah, Johnny, that sounds like bullshit, surely.
Takanakwi is a giant mass brawl that happens every year at Christmas time in the Andes. Takanakwi is exclusive to the Andean province of Chumbivilcas. The province's capital, Santo Tomas, is a murderous 10-hour drive through the mountains from the... A bit of car sickness and a sore ass, however, seemed a small price to pay to get to see an entire town fight itself.
I've put up with car sickness and a sore ass, Johnny, for a lot less. I don't think that's a bad idea, Johnny. If you happen to dislike what your bloody neighbour did across the road with your chickens, you just wait for a couple of months and then give him a fucking good hiding. Yeah, instead of getting your bloody brother-in-law a bloody piss-weak pair of shorts, you could give him a punch in the mouth. Oh, that's not a bad idea, really. I don't know whether I'd fancy just going along for a bit of a party, bit of a drink, and then halfway through proceedings, someone comes up to you, points to you and says he wants to bloody belt your head in. We've come to suspect that Christmas is going to be bloody perfect and all that sort of bullshit, and it may not be. You know, Johnny, I've thought of this sort of thing for a long time for our political leaders. Government leaders Yeah, political leaders. If they want to invade some country or they've got some bloody disagreement with someone across the border, the two leaders turn up with boxing gloves on, if they want to be so smart, and they punch it out themselves. Yeah, it's not as perfect as you bloody think it's going to be. Well, they're very quick to send in the troops, Johnny, when they're not carrying a gun or shooting at anybody or getting shot at. Well, now you mention that that's not a bad idea either.
How much does the government understand that President Putin is conducting a hybrid war against the West?
For Ukraine, there would inevitably be the build-up of NATO forces in the Peru.
Какие-то ударные. Подлетное время до Москвы будет, значит, там 7-10, а...
Opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign.
It's the strength or determination of the United States.
Territory has been invaded by a foreign power.
The terror regime is going to acquire a nuclear weapon. We must act. We must make clear that the civil...
Well, they're very bloody quick to send in the troops, Johnny, when they're not bloody fighting.
No general in British history, and perhaps the Great War itself, has had as much controversy attached to his name as Sir Douglas Haig.
NATO countries where we have a sacred obligation to defend them against any attack by Russia.
Украины возникнут комплексы какие-то ударные. Подлетное время до Москвы будет, значит, там 7-10, а...
I think you'd see a de-escalation of conflict around the world, Johnny, if it was just the bloody leaders having a bloody fight. But you'd have to have some rules, Johnny. Anyone who got to hide, and they'd have to abide by the referee's decision. To get the United Nations or something, Johnny, involved. They could be the bloody referees. They've done so much good over the years. Oh, yeah, Johnny, that sounds like bullshit, sure. After all, the United Nations, they've done a wonderful job over the last 100 years in keeping the world just so beautiful and peaceful. But fighting in there, of course you could get the Pope involved. The Pope? Yeah, the Pope. Johnny, the Pope doesn't solve every bloody problem. Yeah, the Pope. He carries a lot of sway, I'm sure. Yeah, and of course, we could do the same if aliens ever came down and tried to take over the bloody Earth, Johnny. That's bullshit, isn't it?
Crippled by these events, waited for the first sign of an invasion from outer space.
We'll just have old Joe Biden or Trumpy when he gets back in. We could have them just punching with the head of the aliens. Are you trying to tell me that if aliens came down, the President of the United States and the bloody leader of the aliens would bloody fight their bloody... Well, what did you think of that? The things we do at Christmas, huh? Confucius, he once said, blood be thicker than water, especially when you punch your fucking brother-in-law in the nose.